everyone, welcome back to Leafy Days. It's been a pretty interesting day so far. I woke up at 6:40 in the morning, which is actually kind of late for me. With these big beautiful windows that we have on the new apartment, I have been waking up with the sun and it has been so nice. So that's been happening. And I'm so dressed up because we are about to leave for dinner. It's already dinner time. I haven't even gone on my walk today, but I think the move just totally caught up with my body and I just got completely exhausted. I slept a lot, but I also did a lot of work. I recorded tomorrow's hour-long episode of Zoo Crafting. Even got an extra side quest recorded too, so I'm really excited. It is so thrilling to feel that creative energy rejuvenating itself in this new place. And I think the daily walks I do around the lake really help. And I know the vlogs really help because it just puts my mind back in touch with you guys as community members. I have like a list of individual names running through my head of people who I send letters to, people who have sent me letters, people who I talk with through comments and on Twitter, and I'm not able to talk with so many of you as much as I wish I could. There's so many. Mandy, Kate, oh my gosh, there's so many of you. I'm not going to name names because someone will feel left out, so no more names, but who I mean to speak with more one-on-one, and it's so amazing and enriching and overwhelming and sometimes a little sad, honestly, when our community is so big and I have so many things I have to do for the channel in terms of just like the work of recording and the work of getting things done, but I don't have time. And that feels awful to not have time to currently reply to every single letter as in-depth as I wish, or to reply to every comment as in-depth as I wish, or to start conversations with people. I just don't have the time, and it's really sad, and I'm going to try to arrange my life so I can devote at least like an hour or something a day to going through and really making sure I interact with you guys as much as possible, because that's what this is all about. And I really try to make sure that I comment back to as many of you on the vlog channel as I can, because you guys are like talking about me, not just our adventures, but like me as a person, and that's really, you know, you want to respect that. So anyway, that chatter out of the way, I've just been thinking about it a lot, about not being able to like converse as much as I wish with you guys. But it's a beautiful day. I was watching a cardinal. We spread bird seeds out across the top of the railing. Hello, pepper plant. Look at all these little flowers on my pepper plant. No fruits. No fruits being born by this guy just yet. And I might have to trim off a few of the leaves I was reading. Might have to like cut off a few of them to convince him to start investing and actually making peppers. Because right now he just wants to do a ton of flowers. But apparently pepper plants like to send off lots and lots and lots of flowers, and then when things warm up and they start to get a good amount of sun, which is what's happening here, because this guy gets sun almost all day. Like, he's getting sun right there. My favorite color! Yay, my favorite color! But this guy should be producing peppers pretty soon. But as you can see, most of the plants made it through from the front garden to our new garden just fine, and we actually have some harvest. So that's what I'm going to do today, is actually, you're going to be here for my very first garden harvest. I'm so excited. So we're going to be harvesting some of the heirloom red beans, and I don't remember their exact name, so I'll have to look them up later. But the heirloom red beans, and we're going to be harvesting the sugar snap peas, and I'm really excited. And we have this set up. Normally this is used to hold 1, 2, 3 bird cages, but I'm going to take all of these pots and everything I have down here, and I'm going to line them up on here so that we have even more floor space for saplings and seeds. There's kind of like a shaded side and there's a sunny side that's sunny 24 hours a day. Well, you know what I mean. As long as the sun's up, that spot's getting sun. But yeah, I'm going to be getting, that's why I saved, these are all coconut yogurt containers that I'm going to use to start my seeds. So the garden is going to be continuing, and I'm really excited about that. I have a lot of seeds that you guys have sent me that I want to try to plant, even if it's just like one flower from the flower seeds that got sent to me. I would be so happy to have it blooming on my deck. So this place is going to be covered in pots. Darling and I are already like, we don't want to move again for ages and ages and ages. Probably not till we got into a house, I would think. That's my opinion at least, is I don't want to move again until we move into like a permanent place, because this is the most perfect apartment for us. Its size is perfect for just the two of us. Its location is perfect because look at this. Trees. This is my back deck. Trees everywhere. And even though it's pretty hot and humid as a whole here, we get a lot of the wind and the breeze coming through because we're on an end unit. So we have like a lot of breeze coming through. It keeps us nice and cool. And there are endless amounts of birds. We feel like this is a theater right here just for us to watch the birds come by. And they've been coming by a lot for the seeds. So when I get my next paycheck, because things are a little bit tight after the move, really, really tight actually. I'm very grateful that dinner is being treated. But once things start easing up so they're not nearly as tight, Darling and I are going to go on a date day, and I'll probably vlog it because I'm trying to do the daily vlogs, and that's why it's like almost 7 p.m. here, and I'm like, oh, I didn't do a daily vlog, so I'm doing it really quickly. But yeah, we are going to go on a date day and go get a whole bunch of bird feeders and bird seed, and he wants to get a bird house. There's actually a hook right there. We might be able to convince somebody to come out and put a birdhouse up there. Or like if we put a birdhouse, somebody might move in there. But I think we'd have better luck if we somehow managed to hang it. Like I've seen a lot of people hang it off this thing. I don't know if I'd want that because I think that has fumes coming out from the water heater, which is right here. But to hang the birdhouse, maybe like over there I can see a nail hole on that spot. You know, just somewhere where the birds wouldn't feel invaded. Then they might decide to nest in it. Who knows? That would be really exciting. Definitely a lot of bird feeders, hummingbird feeders. As you saw, we've seen hummingbirds quite often in the area. Apparently the ruby-throated hummingbird is one of the only breeding hummingbirds in North America, and its population can be found here most of the year. So I'm really excited to see if we can get hummingbirds. I'm going to take the screens off the windows actually, so that if I'm sitting at my desk, that's my chair right there, I saw a ton of birds feeding today, and I would grab my camera and be like, oh, I gotta record that for everybody. And the screen was in the way. So I'm going to clear that off and like scrub the glass on the window down really, really well. And hopefully I'll be able to record the awesome little birds feeding with you guys. But it's time. Alright, so I'm going to show you my little babies. Here's little baby number 1. This is the sugar snap pea bush, and I think that it's starting to die on me so much, not because it's dry, it could use a bit more water, but it's actually been pretty well watered. And what happens with these plants is if you let them get their seeds too far developed, they actually will just produce like 1 or 2 little things and be done, because they think from their point of view, oh, I've completed my purpose for existing, which is to make these seeds. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to come over here. Oh, I'm so excited! I can't believe we're actually doing this. Oh, it's been so long since I have plucked my first little fruit. There we go. Gotta get a little picture of them. There we go. So now I'm just gonna gently, don't crush the seed pod, Seri. Okay, it's really stuck. Ah, there we go. We did it! Oh, it's our first harvest. And here's another one back here. So let me just gently cut it with my nail. There we go. Anybody else over here? Oh, here's another one. You blend in perfectly. And I'll give it a good water after this because I don't want to see it die off. I want this plant to keep going and produce many more sugar snap peas because I love these guys. And Darling and I eat a lot of vegan stir fry and vegan mushu, which is delicious. Here's another little guy. Come here, baby. Gonna get you before you decide you want to try to go. I'll leave this guy, I think, for a little bit longer. There we go. Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead and gather up these beans. So these are the red beans, and they're an heirloom that came in the Grow Journey package. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab these guys, and Darling, oh, look at him! I hope this guy will keep producing. He still has quite a few flowers on him, as you can see from over there. So hopefully this bean plant will keep producing. He's in a container pot with some okra. I didn't know if any of these guys would survive the move, so normally you're not supposed to put them all in the container pot together. The okra seems to be recovering, and there's our first harvest of the season, you guys. It's not much, but it's definitely a start. Alright, I'm gonna head out because Darling is ready to go to his birthday dinner, and I'll see you guys later. Stay curious, everybody. Bye-bye.